there, wig lover. This is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and today I'm bringing you a very highly requested review of an Wille wig called Lucky. And the color on Lucky is one of my personal favorites. This one's called Hazelnut Mix, which is a bunch of different colors all blended together. So here, let me go ahead and zoom in on this really quick so I can kind of show you what I mean while I describe it. This side's probably pulling a little bit better. So you can see there's like a dark color underneath all of that. The dark color there is a medium golden brown, a number 8. Blended in with that number 8 is a 30, which is a medium auburn color. And then on top of that, you get more streaks of just the pure number 30, as well as a 27, which is a light coppery auburn color. All of those colors are blended together very nicely. So you get the two different red highlights, but the one red is in the base shade, so it just kind of blends and all looks like a swirly, beautiful, chocolatey brown auburn infusion. It's just very, very pretty. It's a little bit more red than the Raquel hazelnut, if you're familiar with Raquel Welch's hazelnut color. It's got a little bit more red in it than that does, but it's, along the same lines. So if you like the Raquel Welch hazelnut and you don't mind the prospect of it being just a little bit more auburn, then this is a very nice color to run with. The front on Lucky is 4 to 6 inches. So it's around, 4 inches towards the front, and it gradually becomes more like 6 inches as you get closer to the side. And then the crown down is 8 to 10, again, heavily layered. The sides are 7 to 8, again, heavily layered. And then the nape is about 5 inches, so it kind of flares out in the back a little bit. Has a very soft curl, kind of towards the face, as you can see here, which is quite flattering on. I think that this wig is lovely. It doesn't have a lace front, though it does have a really nice monofilament side part. The part is on the left, as you can probably tell here. This camera does not invert images, so it's true to what you're seeing. I'm going to go ahead and do a 360 so you can see what Lucky looks like from all sides. She's a heavily layered, sort of shaggy bob. So you get a very natural amount of volume with this wig, and the true basically holds for all Wille wigs. They generally don't need to be thinned out. So if you're the kind of person that wants a very realistic amount of hair volume and is uncomfortable with some of the more showy pieces that just have volume out to here and lots of extra hair, this one is great. It gives you very good coverage, but at the same time, it wouldn't need to be thinned for most people. It is an average cap size. On me, it's a little bit snug, and that's because this is a European wig. European sizing tends to be a little bit smaller, and so because of that, I would consider this very true to average. So you don't get as much wiggle room as you do in some of the American companies, where even though something might say average, it gives you a little bit more wiggle room to kind of accommodate a larger range of head shapes and sizes. You don't really get that so much with the Wille line because of the European sizing. So if you are large cap, unfortunately Lucky's probably not going to be your best bet. But if you are true to average, or even like on the average petite end of the spectrum, you're probably going to be in great shape. This wig only weighs 3.4 ounces, which is really great, and that goes along with having that realistic amount of hair. I think that the fact that it doesn't have a lace front will be a real relief for a lot of people. Some people hate lace fronts. I've heard of people ripping the lace fronts right out of the wig, and that's because they tend to be scratchy. So, if you're one of those people that just can't tolerate a lace front, you're not alone. Lots of people hate lace fronts. They look really natural. They're a nice touch if you can handle it, because a wig is only as good as your willingness to wear it. And if it's scratchy and you don't like it and you don't think it's something you can get used to, then just aim for a wig like Lucky here that doesn't have the lace front. I just think this one is very pretty on. I think it's a very easy look that could go casual, or you could make it very formal. You could even this one I think would be particularly easy to put part of it back and let part of it hang out, just because of the way the layering is constructed on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take Lucky off now so I can show you the cap construction. Before I do that, I want to show you the color one more time since it's getting a little dark out. You can kind of see here more of that medium brown down here towards the bottom, but it is blended, so there's still red down here. And then you get more of that beautiful auburn up here near the top. We have an extended felt nape, and you can use Velcro adjusters. I always love the Velcro adjusters on the back to kind of let it in or out about a ½ an inch. This was let out all the way. It doesn't have a lace front, as I mentioned earlier, but it does have this monofilament left-hand side part, and that, when you invert it, looks like that. You can kind of tell there. So it's a very densely threaded monofilament part. It's got a generous pop of permatease at the crown, as well as permatease all throughout this region here to help obscure the wefting. Permatease is your friend in an open cap wig. It helps obscure the wefting so that way people don't see tracks. So, you know, if you're going for open cap wigs, embrace the permatease. And so, open in the back, it's relatively stretchy, but it's not as stretchy as some of the other brands we carry. And then kind of stretchy on the sides, but again, limited stretchiness. And here is what Lucky looks like in the back. It kind of flips and flares out. In fact, this wig actually reminds me a lot of Play It Straight by Raquel Welch. You know, in that it's kind of like a shaggy bob hybrid with the long fringe in the front. The only difference is Play It Straight is completely straight, except in the back where it flares out here. So none of this curl is in that. Whereas Lucky has a little bit of a curl to it to kind of hug the face and give it a frame. And of course, Play It Straight has a lace front too, in addition to the monofilament part. So there's one more difference. So if you like this wig and you want the lace front, then that would probably be a good alternative for you. This is Lucky by Ellen Wille in the lovely hazelnut mix color. And I'm Heather from CysterWigs.com. That's CysterWigs.com. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous night. And until next time, bye-bye.